Hello. Yeah, I worked on I made some tights yesterday. Damn. It's just really funny cuz it does not match the upper body. But hey, it looks pretty good. The boots got zippers. Some damn good-looking boots. Hell yeah. Now I feel like we need to make like a like a like a feminine upper body option now because we got the tights and they look good, but there's something's really off looking about all of this right now. Something's really off. Something's really off looking about it. So yesterday I had to take this entire mesh, and it's still not perfect as you can tell. I had to take this entire mesh and I had to make it watertight, which was absolutely awful. I had to retopologize. Well, not retopologize. I had to like cut out the bottom so that the shirt could like. It was awful. Make the ass pop out, dude. This ass used to be way larger than it currently is. Like I'm talking like it was magnetized to the ass. I thought if I made the feminine options had just straight up just Marvel Rivals ass, I think I feel like I would have gotten judged for that. Would have been way too gooner. Delta, how's it going? What engine is that? Oh, uh it's Unity. Nah, it's Unreal. Good old Unreal. I don't know why that's happening. Is that like clipping through it? It is. Yeah, we got to fix the clipping on this whole piece, which I'm not excited for. Um, yeah, it's not gonna be fun. It's Unity, yeah. No, it's Unreal. It's Unreal Engine 6, the latest and greatest. Hmm. I hate making characters, especially characters with complex pieces like this. It's just not fun. Not fun. Not a fun time. Not fun. Mm-mm. Everything else is whatever. Maybe it becomes more fun the better you get at it. No, I don't think so. I think the workflow is still ass. it's still it's still complete ass. Having to do weight painting and stuff like that. 6 isn't there, what? They gave me early access to 6. Why does this low-key look like Germa? Why does that look like Germa? Anybody else seeing that? Is it just me? Am I the only one seeing Germa? For some reason I see Germa. No, I'm just messing with you, Delta. I'm in UE4. I'm still in the old version of Unreal. I'm in the old version of Unreal. We need to make one more eyebrow. One more eyebrow option. Tights. Tight, tight, tight. UE4 kicks ass. It's great. One day I'll be switching to UE5, but for now I'm totally okay with UE4. It works just fine. It gets the job done. Oh no, that's clipping the shirt. Yeah, well, whatever. It's me. You know, I'm going to let the player put on a hair if they want to. You know, if they want to wear hair with their balaclava, I'm just going to let it happen. You know what I mean? This is a stylistic choice. It's a stylistic choice. You don't understand. UE5, I don't know. UE5 can be good. Ugh, good. Ugh. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with UE5. Just got to learn how to use it properly. Something I don't like that we've been doing across all of these, all of the dress shirts are white. You guys notice that? We need to change it up. We need to switch it up. We need some different dress shirt colors because so far it's all the same. It's all the same color. On Linux, it's no good yet. Like playing a UE5 packaged game or the engine itself. You know, Fred, what are we doing here on April the 6th, huh? One hell of a long day. Man, I don't know. April 6th is kind of long. I don't know what's wrong with it. Probably more clothing. Probably more clothing. Yet again. We got some nice tights, I guess you could call it. I don't know if it's latex or leather. It's something between there, I guess. I would like to get like a maybe this one, the coat going, because that could be kind of sweet. The only thing is I don't really have a base, like a feminine base mesh, so we're just gonna have to figure it out. Maybe I don't do it on stream, because it might just look really weird, me trying to do it on stream. Because, you know, body difference and everything. Yeah. So perhaps today, I feel like we should get one of the other lower body pants stuff out of the way. Maybe the Bond inspired pants. Tactical kind of pants. I think it's basically like this one. Yeah. With a cool pouch, which I actually think is a holster. I'm not 100% certain. Neo coat. You know, there's some differences. I could probably make the Neo coat really easily. Like, honestly, it's just a matter of let's just take the suit that we currently have and just extrude it so it's like a really long coat. And peace out, Delta. Have a good one. Engine editor packaged in UE5, they say, is only good for films. Right. 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 Okay, pants. I've started to basically UV unwrap everything as separate pieces now. I honestly should have done that in the beginning, but alas, here we are. Because I think this uses 512 textures. 1024? I exported this as 1024? Oh man, the textile density of this is all off. No wonder why the boots have such a detailed, like, look at look how detailed the normal map is on that. Uh-oh. I think in general, cargo pants. Yeah, probably some cargo pants style thing. I might take the boots that we have here and reuse them for this. Just modify that. Too late to change. Enable virtual textures. Make everything 4K. I still don't know how virtual textures work. It can't just be some magical solution that allows you to make everything super high res, right? I feel like every time I see virtual textures in a marketplace asset, I'd like turn it off and just make it lower res because I never understand how it works. Oh, is the thing a different material here? That's interesting. The I forget what this is called. Someone told me, and now I forgot this part that folds over. Interesting. I hope I never have to model a suit ever again. After this game, no more suits. Lapel. Yeah, that's what it was. Yes, lapel. It's like more glossy on this. That's interesting. Anyways, yeah. Cargo pants, boots, tactical pouch. I don't know what else. Jeans. Well, they're not really jeans. They're more like cargo pants. We could maybe do the sweater as well, like a sweater like this. Um, Perhaps, mayhaps. It's funny because on this list, I think I have Punisher inspired pants. It's basically just the Bond pants, but without the tactical straps and pouches and shit like that. And maybe a bit more baggy. Basically the same thing. I guess we could just have that as an option as well. You know, Phoenix? The Sam Fisher outfit from Conviction is also similar to that James Bond fit. Do you have a image of that, Fred? Like a screen, like a link, if you find it. I was even going to go about like, I really think this is fun. They have a suit, but then they have a suit on top of the suit. But it's like not actually on them. They're just like the sleeves are just floating. You know what I mean? That could be like a really fun customization option as well. Oh right, yeah. That is kind of similar. It is kind of similar. Yeah. God, it's so funny seeing low poly characters and just like seeing how the geometry looks. Like what they did. I imported some concrete textures from Substance, and in Unreal the lighting's all wrong. Is one of the textures a packed texture with like the ambient occlusion and all that? Yeah, make sure you turn off sRGB on that file. You can like double click on the texture and then turn off sRGB. Right here. In UE4, it's right here, sRGB. Make sure you turn that off. Otherwise, yeah, going from Substance to Unreal, it is going to be a little bit of a, like, there's going to be a bit of a difference anyways, even with sRGB turned off. But this will make it a little bit more accurate. Yeah. I remember I saw marketplace assets that did not have that shit turned off, and I was like baffled. I was baffled to see packed assets not have that shit turned off. I'm like, it maybe had a moment. I was like, am I doing shit wrong? I was like, no, the marketplace asset is doing shit wrong. Am I crazy? You had to be done on most roughness and height maps. You would do it on a pack texture because it's a bunch of like linear colors, right? So yeah. I think on roughness and height maps, those are already set to grayscale if I remember correctly. And that, if I remember correctly, disables. Does it disable sRGB? I don't remember. Yeah, turn that off, and you should get a little bit more of an accurate representation. Yo, Scotty. Working on a prototype for my second game project. How's that coming along, Golden? Okay. Cargo pants, huh? I think it might be kind of cool to do both of these, the sweater and the thing. I don't know if I have the sweater. Oh yeah, I don't have the sweater on the list for this. Why does Unreal turn that on? It's just on by default whenever you import any textures. Just on by default. It's just a default thing. All right. Pants, boots, maybe sweater. Don't know. Maybe perhaps. Wouldn't be against it. Just trying to think here. Do I want to do the sweater? I like the sweater. I'm like looking at my character model and it's like he's fucking dude, he's skinny, man. He needs to eat some more food. I really fucked up the character model like a lot. Whatever. How long have you been working on this project again? Too long, man. Too long. Too long. Too damn long. Too long. Yeah. Too damn long. All right, let me open up Blender. Hold on. Let's get to work. Um, it's all over in a few days. We need to throw a big party. What do you mean over? It's over by today because it's April 6th. Our due date, April 6th. You know what I was thinking of doing, which I think could be kind of a cool enemy type? Um, take the elite enemy and then give them a katana. You know, change it up a little bit. So it's like you have to like hit them at the right time. That could be kind of interesting. So they just don't just have a gun; they also have like, and then maybe I give them a different helmet, like a kind of. What are those demons called? What are they called? An Oni mask. That could be kind of sick. Yeah. A gun and a katana? Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Not get too ahead of ourselves, all right? Just maybe just the katana. Just because I don't want to overscope it. Okay, so let me save this as a different thing. I don't know if I want to do the sweater as well. Ah, fuck it. Maybe we will. It might not be too difficult to do it. Okay. So we got the other one, the tights and the boots. We're gonna change it up to be like boots like this. And then we're going to change the pants to be more baggy style pants. So I think we're going to delete these pants. We're going to bring in the other pants that we have. And then what I'm also going to do is I think I'm going to bring in just the dress shirt from that one model, I think. Yeah. Just the dress shirt from that other model. How am I going to do this actually? Yeah, let's do that. So dress shirt. Pants we need. Delete the shoes though. Suit, we don't need it. This is the wrong thing. Well, of course it is. Now we can rename this to pants. Gonna make a green healthy smoothie? What the hell? What do you put in that? Broccoli? The hell's inside of a green healthy smoothie? You put any sugar in there? What's the point of drinking that if there's no sugar? All right, listen. Let's be real. What does the back of this thing look like? Because there's no way it's just wrapped around the pants. This would like slip down, wouldn't it? I think I need more references of cargo pants. Tactical cargo pants. Tactical cargo pants. Man, this is gonna have straps. Oh no, straps? Oh no, not again. I'm gonna have to model straps again? No, please. Please, no. Should I get a pouch like here around the back? I guess I should. I think it's all part of the job. Hold on, I'm just looking up some references that we can slap into here. Um, can't find anything. Thanks, it worked. Hey, hell yeah, dude. What are we looking at here? It's my reference sheet. My reference sheet. We're working on some character stuff now. I just need to grab some more references of like cargo pants, tactical cargo pants. Tactical cargo pants. Sure, put this here. Fuck it. I need tactical cargo pants. Oh, sure. This is a great reference, I feel like. Have you seen the stylization filter in Painter? I don't think I have, actually. Stylization. What type of game is this going to be? Here, I'll put up the gameplay for you. It's like a top-down action shooter, action movie game. It's like an action movie game, but without the movie part. It's just there's not really a movie. It's just a game. If I had more scope, I'd implement more of the movie side. I think if I had more time, I'd probably do like a replay editor or something. That would be so sick. Especially since it's like action movie oriented. Imagine you had like a little replay editor and you could like make your own little short kind of like short film sequence. That'd be sick. But alas, I don't got that kind of time. Don't got that kind of time on my hands. Tactical carb pants pouches. How can I fucking pouches? What would you call these kind of like add-ons to a pair of pants? What would you call that? Like holsters? Top down slash third person? Yeah, top down slash third person. It's complicated. I don't even know the identity of my game anymore. Let's see here. Tactical cargo pants holster. Can I copy the holster that we have for this guy and then just bring it in for that one? You guys think that would be fine? And then maybe just add some straps to it or something? I feel like that'd be fine. No one would shoot me for that, right? Oh, I see how they do it. I don't know if that's visible here on the Bond. They have like a strap that goes up and into the belt. It might actually be that that's happening here. It's very likely. Seems like they're doing a similar thing here. Yeah. So they attach it to their belt. Interesting. Does the game have any cool lore like Ultra Kill? No, it doesn't have any cool lore. I'm not very good with lore. I'll be honest. It's not. I don't got any kind of cool lore. The combat belts, it would go down your exactly. That's why I was thinking. Like, there's no way it's just these two straps. Like, there's got to be something keeping it up. So yeah, that makes sense. I think I can kind of see the loop here going into the belt. Okay, cool. That's why John Wick is so good. They got his dog in his car, bro. Honestly, man, if they could remove the lore aspect of John Wick, like the lore as in like the motive, they could remove that and people would still like it, I feel like. I think the thing that people like about John Wick is the world lore. Just like there's an assassin underworld, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they killed my dog and stole my car. It's like, all right, I guess. It's got a bit of a goofy undertone when you think about it. They killed my dog and stole my car. It's almost as if they wanted to play into that, like the comic aspect of it. Which I think they kind of do like to do with John Wick anyways, is a comic book-esque kind of thing, kind of vibe. Okay, so we got I like the combat holster, and I understand what kind of elements we're gonna need on it. Very cool. I like the pouch that he has in the back. What is that? Is it like an ammo pouch? Magazine pouch? What would you call that? Tactical belt pouch. Tactical belt pouch? Like a little belt pouch, I think would be kind of sick. And then maybe even like a knife would be sick. About to put a knife. You just have a simple intro. Yeah, I don't know. I thought so. What I was thinking of doing way back, but I ended up scoping it out, and also because it would probably cost too much. I was thinking of contracting a buddy of mine who does a bunch of art stuff, and he does some really nice art, and making him do like comic book strips. Like that would be the intro, is like comic book strips, and they'd be like really artsy, and like a lot of it would be mostly eye candy, but it also kind of explains a little bit of lore. I kind of just skipped that for the time being, mainly due to time and whatnot. But I think that would have been a really good pathway, is doing like comic book strips type of thing, and like making them move around and animate and stuff like that. I think that would have been kind of cool, because it's like kind of like eye candy, but also kind of explains some of the lore. I feel like for this game though, I bet you if even if I added that in, I feel like so many people would skip it. You know what I mean? And they'd build their own idea of the world lore and whatnot. Dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do for this pouch. Whatever. Maybe I'll just make a pouch and just say fuck it. We'll just make a pouch. Let me just put this in here though. Thing is, having magazine pouches doesn't really make sense because our character doesn't have that much ammo. So you just have, I guess him having holsters doesn't really make too much sense either, but you know, whatever. I want a screenshot of a pouch just so I can use it for that backside. Something simple. Notebook belt pouch. Brother, I just need a pouch, man. Just give me the pouch. Whatever, I'll just model something. Yeah, I don't know. It could just be just a general pouch. Like maybe there's just anything in there. I really don't know what could be in there. This definitely looks like a pistol holster. So that's self-explanatory. I don't know what the fuck that one is in the back there. Mitnick, how's it going? Cool. So we are going to end up modeling a belt on this then. I was thinking of not modeling a belt. I think we are going to model a belt on this. Or not model, but we're just going to paint it in, I think. Still alive, bro? Toronto is Gotham City now? Wait, what's going on in the city? I literally don't... What do you mean it's Gotham City? What happened? They shoot people every day, even the police is done? Every day? Where are you reading this? Where are you reading that? Short cutscenes? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I'd go about doing it. And your next door neighbor from Quebec? Yeah, I don't know, man. I've seen no shootings. I've seen no shootings. There's as many shootings and stabbings as there is in any major city. It's basically major city things. You know how it goes. It's a lot of art. That's the hard part. Yeah, a lot of art, a lot of localization as well. We gotta like translate text as well. And yeah, it'd be a lot. Have I ever met a moose? Of course I have, man. They're on the streets. They're walking the streets. Yeah, they walk the streets, dude. They live here. They kind of live here, man. They're a part of this place. It is Unreal. Unreal Engine 4, yeah. UE 4. Moose City, we all just rent. Exactly. We rent from the meese. The moose, the meese, the mooses. I hope Riot Games adds Toronto as an event city for the World Championship this year. I don't think there's ever been a major... yeah, you know, it's funny. I don't think we've ever had a major esports event here in Toronto. I don't think I've ever heard of a major esports event happening here. Laogong, how's it going? Why don't I use 5? The game's just been in 4. I just don't want to risk anything weird happening moving the project over. They picked Canada, but no city of choice yet. Maybe Vancouver. It's probably going to be Vancouver. Let's be real. Let's be real. Vancouver, I feel like, is the go-to place. Plus, it's Western. West Coast. The capital of fentanyl. Yeah, you know how it goes. Can't be much worse than Miami and cocaine, right? Okay, it's modeling time. We need to get these cargo pants going. And then we need to get our boots going. Our fancy boots. Get the boots up in here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure any of the tactical stuff I don't bake it into the pants just yet, because I wouldn't mind just pants with boots that don't have any tactical stuff on it. I think that'd be kind of neat. So I'll make the pants, then I'll make the straps and whatnot, and then I'll combine it with the mesh so it's watertight. I don't know if I'll be able to make these details though. I think it's just going to be a strap. It would be nice having details like this, but probably no way I'll be able to put in clips. I don't know if I'll be able to put in clips in it. What are these called? Clips? I don't know what they're called. Snappy locky clips. Thingies, plastic thingies, whatever they're called. I don't know. I just work here. Could also make it out of metal. That could also be kind of sick. Yeah. Let me see here. Let me see here. Okay. Let's just get the pants going in first then. And then let me actually get some base mesh for this, the kind of sweater that we plan on doing. Let me see, which one are we importing? So we just want the shirt. Can remove the collars. Oh great, it's fucking triangulated. Arrgh. Why did I have to triangulate it? Triangulate this? How dare you? You think this is a joke? Do you think this is a joke? I actually can't tell what this shirt is. I feel like this is just a regular shirt. This does not look like a dress shirt. It's just a regular ass shirt. So we'll just remove the collar then. Okay, I cannot select just the collar apparently. Apparently that won't work. Oh, it needs to be that high up because apparently the head is not. Oh, that fucking sucks, balls. Well, I guess our shirt is gonna be that. All right, sure. I guess I don't know. Weird. Tactical turtleneck, damn right. That's exactly what this is. So this could be used as the upper body, but maybe we'd want to grow it a bit. I reached 335 pounds on the bench press. You slacking? Brother, I don't even bench. What do you mean? How am I slacking if I don't even fucking bench? You can't slack if you're not even doing any of it, man. Go bench. I don't know how much I could. I don't know how much I bench these days. To be honest, I genuinely don't know how much I'd be benching. Honestly, dude, this looks pretty good already on its own. Like we could just add. Where's the hands? Hands. Where are you? All right, there's the hands. We could just add a little bit of like the little sleeves part. And then like, honestly, this looks already like, this already looks a bit like a sweater. We could just make it a bit more baggy over here. Dude, I really made this guy too skinny. Like he's not wide enough. He's not, he's not wide enough. He needs to be wider, man. We're doing DLC skins for the main character. We're just putting in all of the different like character customization options that we're gonna have. So this is gonna be like kind of tactical-esque sweater with tactical kind of cargo pants, boots. Yesterday I made a more feminine option, which is like tights with like boots. Honestly, it doesn't look too half bad with like a masculine upper body option. You know, it's not like, you know, it's not too bad. I don't know how I'm gonna do the feminine tops. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I think I might take some of these suits and I'll like try to fit them to like more of a feminine body, I suppose. '90s Delta Force operators too. I don't know if Delta Force would be, because Delta Force is military style, isn't it? I think we got into a point now where I don't need the testing things anymore. I could probably remove these and just keep the actual ones here. They wear civilian sometimes. Okay, I'll take a look. Take a look. But yeah, we're working away on the character model stuff. Actually looks kind of cool with the black pants. I'm glad that these are somewhat starting, like they're coming together. Like they can actually kind of work together somewhat ish. Kind of. The classic one? Oh. They look like they're gonna go fucking fishing, man. Why are they fishing with guns? They look like they're going fishing. What? Did I ever play Dead Rising 2? I did not play it, but I've watched gameplay of it. What if Sky? But yeah. In that game, you could be a man in a summer dress with a chest hair. Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. I have indeed seen that. See, this already looks kind of like a sweater. It already looks pretty baggy. Already looks pretty baggy, to be honest. You could probably pass this off. So let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and take this collar here. Actually, I'm gonna move this back in a bit because this was supposed to be for like that one section on the. Okay, now we can take this. So that'll be the white part. Where's a watch? Little bit of clipping, but not too bad. We can deal with that. I don't think this is rigged though. Or I don't think it has any vertex groups, right? Because we didn't export. I don't think we exported the vertex groups with it. Which kind of fucking blows balls, but that's fine. I think the hands are still rigged. Yep. Playing Space Marine 2, great game. Dude, I've heard good things about that one, man. I've heard good things. I've heard great things. Fantastic things. So combined body, we're going to transfer the mesh data of the vertex groups, nearest face interpolated, all layers. And we can hide this. We can go ahead and add our armature rig. And then we can test this out, make sure it's running okay. Space Marines are badass. Dude, I would I really want to take like Astartes and the whole concept of Space Marines and just how like gritty they make it and like really translate that into the combat of whatever next game I end up working on. Sorry, excuse me. Like if I do the Demon Sword game, like being able to like the swords really feeling gritty and like chunky, and I think that shit's so sick, dude. I think it's so sick. Kind of like Doom. I guess kind of like Doom, yeah. Like even for the zombie game, I would love to put some elements of that in there too. I gotta buy the part 2 of The Last of Us because I really want to see like, I really want to play around with the combat and some of the stuff they did there. Is it in the top sellers? Yeah, I want to get this was part 2. What's really funny is The Last of Us Part 2 costs less than The Last of Us Part 1. Why does it cost less? Part 2 remaster or remaster of the remaster? No, this is Part 2 remastered. Just the first remaster. This is remastered PC edition. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think our sweater is basically done. Because part 1 was built from the ground up. I don't know why they did that in the first place. Well, at that point, then I'd be like, you know what? Maybe it is like a true remaster, like full on. But they went like super hard on part 1. I do have to admit that is true. So maybe that's why it costs a lot more. It's just funny to seeing part 1 cost more than part 2. You know what I mean? It's just funny seeing that, but yeah. I got you pulled up on my second monitor while playing The Last of Us 2. Hey, hell yeah. Hey, fuck that guy up. I really just want to see like how visceral it is, like, and how it feels like the combat. I remember I was playing The Last of Us Part 1 and I feel like the combat just wasn't as punchy as like what I saw from gameplay from part 2. Like part 2, I feel like they really go like in on the combat. Yeah. Purely for the roguelite mode. That's what the zombie survival roguelite game that I want to make, that will then I'll use the systems towards the actual big survival game that I want to make. A lot of the idea is basically making just like, the idea is kind of like that roguelike mode, but co-op with an item system and like looting and whatnot. Almost reminiscent of what the actual survival game would be, but in very like bite-sized, I guess. Very short form levels and whatnot. I think that would be fun, maybe fun. I don't know. I'd have to. I feel like there's some missing pieces there that really needs to make it more interesting, more roguelite-esque. I think is going to be part of the problem. Yeah. You can thank Abby's character design for the combat. I feel she's a beefy meat mommy. But I feel like even the combat on fuck, I forgot all the names, man. On was it Ellie? Is it Ellie? Yeah, Ellie, I think. Even she has some fucking like brutal moves and whatnot. My opinion is too over animated while technically impressive. It doesn't feel intuitive. I feel like out of all of the games that have like a root motion movement, I feel like The Last of Us does it relatively well. In comparison to fucking GTA. GTA, you just run into walls everywhere. GTA is like over engineered. I hope GTA 6 improves that whole like movement system. But knowing Rockstar, it's probably just gonna end up being the same thing. Like I feel like there has to be a good way of doing root motion movement without it feeling like you are in a fucking vehicle half the time, running into walls constantly. Oh, sorry, I'm shitting on GTA. Oh. Metal Gear Solid 5. Shooting, Metal Gear. Hiding, Metal Gear. Movement, Metal Gear. It's all Metal Gear. Kojimbo, he's just a master. All right, so sweater, I feel like is good. I think we can probably emulate the bottom of this just through this same UV. And then I think we'll be fine. We could maybe emulate this like thickness right here. Not really what I want though. We'll leave it at that. I hope they also change sprint to just holding the button, use GTA 6 instead of having to spam the button because that shit hurts. Oh yeah, sprinting, you had to fucking spam the button. Right. That's fair. Yeah, I guess they built it off of Abby and then they're like, okay, let's just expand it into the other characters. I'm sure they have some attribute stuff because the roguelike mode has characters. And I feel like they probably most likely made it so the actual characters in the story mode also have like way more brutal moves and whatnot. I could see them doing that. So I do want to like make this baggy. So I feel like that'd be kind of sick looking. I don't want to do it too much though, because then it might not look the way I want it to. Might look a little different. Man, I fucking hate how it like it moves the entire like upper body with it. It's like it's skinned to it as well. I really dislike that, man. Whatever. I just hope people don't have high expectations for the character customization in this game because that would suck. They're in for a disappointment if that's the case. Looking at things from a game dev perspective has changed how I subconsciously look at everything, like wondering where ideas stem from. It's always interesting thinking the thought process behind things for sure. Because gamers sometimes always have the concept where it's like, why did they do this decision or why did they do this, right? Like games, for example, that have a stamina bar that like runs down really quickly. Sometimes there's like a balancing reason behind it. Sometimes I would argue I think there's better ways of doing that. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like design decisions that get made that are always like pondered about. Like, why was that an idea? Why was All right, so we got our sweater. It was looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Although I gotta say, I wish it. What didn't? It's like a turtleneck now. It's like it's a little bit like a turtleneck, which is whatever. So the pants kind of end where the boots are, which I think is sick. Big fan of that idea. So what we can do. We're probably going to want to do the same thing to this as well and mirror it. Okay, we got that mirror set up. Now we can start moving this stuff up a little bit. The neural wiring in my brain becoming different. There's a lot that goes into making games, man. Even me 10 years later, I'm still trying to figure out all this shit. It is a constant process of learning and figuring out things and whatnot. It's gonna be interesting making this look baggy. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Watching game devs live, looking at the ways you guys solve your problems is super refreshing from all the tutorials. I learned a lot more. Yeah, I learned a lot from just watching streams and watching people do work, at least personally. Watching tutorials, I feel like I don't learn as much as I would watching someone solve solutions. I think it's always interesting kind of seeing how stuff pans out for sure. Here, let me take a look, Phoenix. Show the topology of the different snake models. Oh, let's see that. What timestamp did you say? At 2:39? Yeah, the difference here with me is I'm probably going to model some of the straps in here. But this is like a really old low poly model. It's cool how they did the hair though. I do like how they did the hair. So Metal Gear Solid 4, you could see that they're modeling a lot more of the straps. But man, what a pain it is to do that. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Are they doing exactly what I think they're doing? Yep, they're doing exactly that. The thing I was trying to do yesterday, and I could not get it to fucking work properly. And I think it's because just I didn't have enough polygons on my mesh. The straps. So the straps that are floating on top, they have the exact same geometry as the pieces below it. Like they have the same, it's the same geometry, I believe. So when it like moves around, it's gonna follow the same form. Actually, I would love to see what these pieces look like. Or at least that's what I think is going on. That's probably watertight. It might actually even be like inside of the mesh. Yeah, dude, straps are fucking difficult, dude. They really gave this guy a dumpy, you know, man? Some of these models. Yeah, straps are a difficult thing to do, but I can see that this is continuing. This is probably watertight. This is probably like combined on the mesh. I would like to look at this myself rather than a fucking video that for some reason was set to 360p. I don't know why my YouTube video was set to 360p, bro. I was like, why is this shit so blurry, man? Have I messed around with any of the AI 3D model generation yet? It's not really like my thing. I like modeling, even though it is like a challenge. It's like you're like constantly soaking up information, you know what I mean? Interesting. Dude, wait, that's so weird. They baked in the straps for this model. You see that? All of the, like a lot of the straps were baked in. Bro, there's more geometry on the Fortnite character than the game. Have you had any dope trench coat complete with all the physics? Trench coats are on my list, yeah. They're on my list. I got like a Punisher kind of style trench coat that I'm going to do. Well, I don't know if I'd call this a trench coat, but, you know, pretty close to one. Very clothy design. Interesting. So they baked in the straps. Oh, they baked in the straps except for where... Look right there. They baked it in except for where the clip is. The clip is extruded out. What the hell? This is weird. Some of these are actual geometry. They only made geometry for the straps. That's geometry. This circle bit has a, I guess it makes sense. They want it to be kind of metallic and flat. Interesting, dude. Huh. That's weird, man. Like, I guess I could just fucking slap in the straps like that too, but I was thinking of actually having it as geometry and floating off in certain parts and whatnot, but I guess it would make my job a lot easier if I didn't fucking put it in the actual mod, like make an actual geometry for it. Oh, the 18K triangles. I think a lot of the reason why they were able to do 18K triangles is because they baked in a lot of those details, but Solid work for sure. Yeah, maybe I'll just put this shit in the texture. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, after having to deal with making the straps for this, that honestly probably could have just been on the fuck painted onto the texture. I dread having to do this shit again, honestly. Like, it looks so bad too. Like, it doesn't even look that good. It's fucking embarrassing. Why does the cartoonish Fortnite skin have more polygons than the AAA realistic one? Epic Games doesn't fuck around with their character models anymore. They really don't fuck around. Like, they put a lot of detail in them now. Like, a lot of detail. They put a lot of detail in those fuckers.
Shit my pants, I did. Mmm. Huh? Mm.
I think these boots are a lot higher up. Exceto, thank you for the dude. Holy moly, 4 years. Damn. Do you see Sabrina Carpenter and the things people do with her? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Hey, let's get let's get a little bit of action going on here. Let's get hey, let's go a little bit of action on this guy. Come on. Come on. Let's get a little bit of action going on. She's a singer and she has a Fortnite skin. I think I see what you mean by do with her. That is the world we live in now, I guess. Your PC specs to see how much I need to open 2 software at the same time. I have 64 gigs of RAM. I got an RTX 3070 Ti. I have an i9 12900K or whatever the fuck it was. Bunch of NVMe M.2s, SSDs. That's about it, really. There's nothing really crazy to it. Did the snake video inspire you to give him a booty? Nah, it's more like I just don't want anybody judging me like I'm a gooner or something. I just don't want to be seen as a gooner and just the female characters only have ass and the, the guys don't. From CS2? The image isn't opening. The image is broken. All right. So the tactical pouches, I feel like the straps and shit like that, we could probably just put those details in Substance Painter. Honestly, I thought about it. Like, who gives a fuck about? I guess it would be good to have those some of those details in there, though. Let me see here. Oh yeah, the new models in Counter-Strike are pretty good too now, aren't they? Look at these straps are baked in too. Except for certain parts. They're doing the same thing. That's how much people fucking hate straps, dude. Dude, I so could have just said fuck it with the dude, the shoulder holster. So much of it probably could have just been baked in. Whatever. My poopy model. Near Automata, they put a lot of the polygon budget in the main character's butt. Yeah, they do that in Marvel Rivals too. It's actually criminal how much they fucking do to Marvel Rivals characters. Like, I think they legit went as far as like putting Shake in like the new character. What's her called? Emma Stone, Emma Frost. They like legit put like every time she steps, she has a little bit of thigh like shake. Like they literally animated thigh shake, like the thighs shake. It's crazy. It's fucking the thighs vibrate. See, like this belt strap here, I think we'd probably want to model it, but at the same time, like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, it would be a good detail, but like, who cares? You know, who cares anymore? Let's just get that holster. Where's the holster, brother? We're gonna reuse the holster. I know. I probably shouldn't, but we're gonna reuse it. Where's this OST from? This is Perturbator. It's just randomly playing through tracks. Raw power. Don't look at the thumbnail. We're all adults here. Don't look at the thumbnail. Yeah, Perturbator. Oh, this is Carpenter Brut now, but Perturbator is the one you're looking for. Where's this at? Right here? I think we're just going to use the same thing. But maybe I'll just remodel it so it's more like clothy, I guess. Not clothy, but you know what I mean. I think what we could do is maybe delete this part. And then fill it in. And then we have like almost the beginnings of this thing. Basically, the beginnings of this is all set and ready to go. Probably clear sharp. Clear the seam. Clear seam, clear sharp. Clear seam, clear sharp. Why won't this edge dissolve? Oh, because there's like 5 million of them. Do something like that. Let me check the gun real quick. Where's the gun? Yep, still looks good. That looks good to me. And then we'd have the straps going around it. Basically surrounding it. Isn't it kind of insane to try and make this all into one uniform mesh? Like some stuff I'd probably want to model it if I can, but honestly, it is best to make this in one uniform watertight mesh because you get into territories where when you have floating pieces that are on top of something, you just end up having so much clipping where having it a part of the mesh is just so much easier and so much less stressful. So you kind of get forced to make it all watertight. Yeah, weight painting also sucks. It's just not fun. There's an example of non-baked straps. These are kind of non-baked, but they're watertight put into it. And there was a lot of clipping yesterday. I could probably export the other version, but I'm too lazy to do that right now. But just trust me, you get a lot of clipping. This I have to fix the weight painting on because you can tell it's like not pretty. But honestly, you see how like close it is to the body? Like if that were just textured into it, it honestly wouldn't make too much of a difference. Like it was kind of unnecessary to just model all of that. We probably could have just textured it in, to be honest. I'll see how these straps are gonna look once we put these in. Like we probably could model the man, what are those called? The clips? I think they're clips. I think they are called clips. I don't remember. Clips? Yeah, we'll just call them clips. Like we could make that actual geometry. The one that's going from here to the belt. A buckle? I guess it is a buckle. Is it a buckle? Yeah. The one going up top here could be modeled. But again, it's so close to the body, I don't know. Isn't that the meme clips and mags? Well, that's for like guns. That's for guns. In this case, we're talking about this, the things that snap together for clothing. That's a meme about magazines. People call them clips, even though clips are something that you use in a fucking Car 98 or whatever. It's like World War II guns. Clippy buckle thing. Yeah. The clippy buckle thing. Yeah. Yeah, clippy buckle thing. I just don't think it's worthwhile fucking modeling the clippy buckle thing. Yeah. All this stuff is normal mapped. The only thing is the buckle is actually geometry, but that's because it's floating in front, so it makes sense for them to do that there. I wonder if there's any other parts here that has a buckle, but it's not here. Even that is on top. Yeah, man, character art is a magic. It's literally it's magic, dude. It's actual magic. I don't know how they do it. But have you considered that clip sounds cool and magazine makes you sound like a dweeb? Much to consider. I don't know. It's either you are correct or you sound like a fucking idiot. So it's either one. More in here. Let me see. Yeah. They are modeling the buckles. Now, here's why I think they're doing that. I think they are. No, I actually can't tell. I thought for a moment there they were reusing the UVs, but this color has a different normal map versus that one below it. So maybe they're not reusing it. Yeah, man, making characters sucks. It's both great and fun and fucking frustrating and annoying and ass and shit and fucking ass and shit. Ah! I think I might have put this way too low. Yeah. With UVs? Man, that's a good looking UV. I could not make a UV that looks that good. My UVs are absolute chaos. My UVs are absolute chaos. I honestly think we should just try this without modeling any of the belts and shit like that. Instead, we just put it in the texture. I feel like this thing's so large though, in comparison to our thing. Like, I'm wondering if we should like increase the scale of this or something. Or maybe like bring this shit out a little bit. Huh? Selecting that edge. Did not have a good time. And then we can bring this like back a little bit, I guess. What could make sense as well is doing a little detail like this. Because we have our gun out already, it would make sense for this to be like kind of opened up. Do kind of like that detail. It's kind of sick. Uh, any plans for little wiggly spring animation in the holster? Nah, probably not. Although, don't get me wrong, I would, but probably not. What the hell? The problem with doing that is for me to make a setup like that, I'd have to give it like an entirely different like animation blueprint or something. But maybe I'll look into it. I'll look into it. Oh, I think it's because I moved it and I forgot to move the gun with it too. I think this one's not going to have a gun variant. Fuck it. Too lazy for that. All right, let's put the little back pouch, which I think will look pretty neat. Little pouch on the back, which I think will look kind of cool. Adds that little final detail that we'd like. Now, what does that look like, though? Let's see. Let's see if we can do something like this. Don't know if it'll work, but try something like this. How do these pouches usually look? Like, they usually like have a little extrusion that goes like this, right? So I'm a little bit like that, I guess. I guess something like that. Do. Sure. I guess. Yeah, I'm cool with that, I guess. Have I taken any modeling courses? No. No. Nope. No. I've noped. All right, and then kind of go from there. And hopefully this doesn't like have too much deformation going on. That would be the hope. Let's see here. We're probably gonna have to like modify it, but oh, it doesn't have any vertex groups. Uh. Shit. Oh wait, I could just bind. We'll see how that looks. All right. Bind. The pouches are good. The pouches are safe, and it seems this is also good as well. I'm not seeing any deformations, which is very good for us. Never mind. I'm seeing some deformation. Well, you know, a little bit. About big booty? I don't want to go too big on a booty because it's like these are kind of like very loose pants. So I feel like you wouldn't see too much of the booty. Unless you got a fat ass, then like maybe it would stick out, you know what I mean? Like nothing can hold on to that, you know what I mean? Like but I think for this case because we're going like cargo pants kind of style, I don't know if we'd have too much ass action going on. I wonder if we do something kind of interesting here. Because these are cargo pants, and we do want some stuff sticking out, like little pouches and shit like that. I wonder if it might be a good idea for us to kind of just find a spot, just extrude it a little bit. You know what I mean? What the? You know, little pouches and shit. Although, I wouldn't mind if it was asymmetrical. I don't really like how it's on both sides. I feel like this is a cool detail that would do well if it wasn't on both sides. But maybe we'll just put it on both sides. Fuck it. Why not? Fuck it. We also got a pouch on the right side here, which I guess we could also do. Let me apply the mirror. Yeah, I'm sure that'll work just fine. Non-character artist ponders what the fuck he's doing. What about a useless booty pouch? We got one of those. We got one of those. What do we put in it? I don't know. A pack of cigarettes, I guess. Pencil, notepad, I guess. Cool. I like the idea of the pouches. That gives us like a spot to do that. Now, do we want to... I do see some geometry here where we could extrude some straps. All right, I'm seeing some geo here where we could extrude some straps. You know what I mean? So, do we do it? Yeah, sure. Why not? I guess we don't want to mark it as sharp though, but my problem is that our fucking normals look like ass, dude. Like our normals look like straight shit. So maybe we just mark the bottom sharp. The outer edge. What the hell? Sir, the strap has a bit of fuckery going on. Pros do it for a reason. It works efficient. It looks good. I don't think they have any geometry at all. That's the thing. I don't think, like, they only put geometry where like the clippy thingies are. You know what I mean? But in our world, fuck it. We ballin'. In this stream, even though it's for a game that we have released, we learn things here, and then we just ship it. Just say some fucking... we ship it anyways, even though it's not right. Oh, God. Get up, Dark Side. Trying to figure out the best way to rig a mech that's similar to the mechs in Titanfall, but auto rig doesn't work for the mech-like characters. Oh yeah, for a mech, you're probably gonna have to do a pretty custom rig for that, I think. You mean bake this to a normal map? I'm not gonna make a high poly for this. We're gonna do all of the texturing in Substance Painter. Why? Because I'm lazy and crazy. I'm lazy and I'm crazy. I'm a bit of a psychopath. Although, it would probably be better for this to be an actual, like, I should probably, like... Oh, that looks a lot better, actually. But then let's clear sharp. Oh yeah, that looks so much better, dude. You never bake from high to low? In this game, I have not. So I think it would be in my best interest to just keep the kind of style going. Otherwise, this specific clothing piece is going to look super out of place. I've been doing like a really heavy substance painter workflow where I like paint in all of the details. It's a little chaotic, but it kind of works. Yeah, adding way to normal to this might be the way to go. So lazy at making the same as the Unreal skeleton. It's just so much work for renaming. I think if you want to if you're gonna want to use the Unreal animations, yeah, man, that's a hard one. You got a lot of pieces. You probably have pistons. You got a lot of stuff there. That's not an easy one for sure. His crotch is looking a little bit weird. It's a long story. The geometry on this is all kinds of fucked. Should I get a little belt piece attaching to the belt? Like we went this far, putting these pieces in. Let me double check that this is working fine. Yep, works just fine. Oh yeah, we had the problem where that would do that. Let me see here. Time for the fun. So we want to somehow so something else is causing that deformation. It's not the thigh twist. So it's probably if it ain't the thigh twist, then what could it be? Thigh stretch. Okay, that looks okay. Look at games like The Division. I think the thing is I kind of know some of the specifics of like what would make this look better. It's just how do I make that work with our current workflow? And that's kind of like the challenge, I guess. Okay. How do I do this belt that goes up? Do we just take some geometry here and take over? That is not the right. I don't want to fuck with the original geometry too much. How do we do this? How do I get this strap on the side? If I even care about this strap on the side. Do I even care about this strap on the side? I wonder if I could just make that part floating. If I make that part floating, I wonder what would happen. We're probably gonna want to cut this here. Kind of. Let's see how chaotic that looks. Maybe paint and substance. I am gonna paint these. I just need a little bit of it sticking out, I think. Let's see. Honestly, passable. Passable-ish. It's not 100% staying in line, but I don't think we'd see it that much. I do a lot of the details in Substance Painter. You know, Fredo? I do a lot of the details in Substance. I'm a little bit of psychopath. So we'll call this pant strap. I'm not going to put it back with the mesh. And the reasoning why is because I'm going to want to hide this so I can see the belt in Substance Painter. We'll call this back pouch. This is holster. Then we got the holstered gun, which I don't know if it still works. I think it does. We could probably bring that back in if we want to later on as like a separate thing. Belt, pouch. Do I have a nice collection of alphas and noises? I used to have a way better collection, and then I reinstalled my Windows, and I lost all of my collection. Which, you know, kind of sucked. Kind of fucking sucked. I won't lie. Kind of sucked a little bit. I have some on I bought in on ArtStation some materials and whatnot. I don't know how I'm gonna do these details. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's add a little bit of asymmetry. I haven't done too much of asymmetry with my with our character models. Like we did a little bit here with the pouches and stuff, but like I feel like we could do so much more. Like we gotta make this shit baggy, man. I don't want to mess with the knee too much. It's gonna cause some problems. You know the substance artist Javier Perez. I'm trying to do his tutorial, but stuff is hard. Javier Perez. Let me see. Javier. Spanish football coach. That's probably not it. I have not seen his work, but I'm gonna follow him on ArtStation because he's got some cool shit in here. Yeah, I love breakdowns like this, man. All the rubble and stuff on the ground. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yes. Oh yes, I love it. I do not remember this from part 1. Halloween store? Is this for the roguelike mode? I do not remember a Halloween store in the story. So I wonder if this was for like the roguelike mode. I really love how they played into like all of the foliage growing back in. I wonder if I would do that for my zombie survival game. The only problem with that, dude, is like the amount of work you'd have to do getting all this fucking overgrowth in. It looks sick though. Like it looks so good. Oh, it's for the DLC. Oh, okay. I see. I see, of course. I'm preparing for UVing. I am really surprised that the weighted normal actually did the job there. A lot of it made procedurally. I don't know if like there's probably some proceduralism, but can we make do without this being marked? Yeah, I think we can. I also think this feels weird. Hey, I can't see shit, man. I can't see shit. Help. I'm fucking surgically trying to. There we go. That's fine. Wait, 100 doesn't screw up your smoothing? No, it actually like makes it so much better. I want it to be a weight 100. I wonder if I can remove. You know, one thing that I am concerned about those, I don't know if weighted normals even works on a character model. My only concern right now. I don't know if that shit works on a character model. Guess we'll find out. Just the vertex normal? I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. It does look like it can compute weighted normals, so maybe it's all right. Actually, now I think about it, I think this is missing sharpened normals. Hold on. There we go. It was recomputing the normals. There we go. That looks more normal-ish. Did I forget to do that on any of the other ones? Oh, probably. Probably. Whatever. Not a huge concern. Like, I think these boots are also messed up. Like, if I go to that leg section, I think this one we recomputed the normals as well. Yeah, looks all right. Yeah, I did turn off recomputed normals on those. On the other ones here, I did not do that. I don't remember doing that. Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference there. I don't know how much, though. Like that one has a little bit of a difference. I don't know if there's any performance hit if we don't recompute the normals. Okay. Well, this is going to be fun to texture. Pukes. Let's make these boots more boots-like. More boots-like. I think I mirrored this. Pretty sure. And we probably want this to be much taller. What's the best way to make ability icons? Have a PhD in graphic design, I guess. I don't know. That's a tough one. A lot of my ability icons I use from packs or online. And that's usually how I do mine. No, I don't use AI. Anything with AI, hell no. Nope, I don't do it. I'm ashamed to admit I've been using Perplexity AI for Unreal questions. It's really good. Listen, I think as a learning tool, I think it's great. I just, obviously it's the way that you ask things. I think it's important, right? As well. I'm not going to shame anybody for using it. We're all adults here. Well, if you're doing modeling today, does that mean V1.0 is delayed till tomorrow? Listen, man. Release today. Release is today. I haven't even gotten started on the trailer, actually. I'm like, need to get started on that. Need to get started on the trip. On the trip. All right. We're looking good. Now, maybe this sweater could be a bit more baggy, but fuck it. We ballin'. We ballin'. All right. It's texturing time, baby. It's texturing time. This is going to be sweater. This is sweater. This is pouch. This is holster. This is pants. Boots. Very good. This is pain. It's called UV unwrapping. Let's. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta fucking apply the mirror on this. Any mirrors that I need to apply? The boots. The boots, I might actually leave the mirror on this time around. Yeah, I think this time around I am going to actually not mirror those just because there's so much shit in here. All right. This is going to suck. I need to mark the seams on our sweater. Where does a sweater usually have marked seams? Well, around the sleeves, for one. We're going to go back before I applied the mirror for this. And that way I don't have to deal with doing this shit twice. Not the cleanest marked seams in the world, but we'll just have to make do. If I were to guess, there's probably a seam along the edge of this. Here I go with my ugly ass seams again. Man, if only this was straight down. Ah! If V1.0 is releasing today, does that mean V1.2 is delayed till tomorrow? There won't ever be a V1.2. Don't get it fucking twisted. I will not be adding more content to this game after 1.0. I don't get it twisted. I don't even want to lie to anybody. When I do the announcement for 1.0, I'm just going to be upfront. I'm going to be like, there will be no more content. Most likely. I don't see myself making more content for this game. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. It's time to move on. Oh my god, the pants don't have marked seams either. I'm gonna go crazy! All right, pantalons. Well, first off, we're gonna want to go down the middle. I don't know why there's a sharpened edge on his ass. I don't ask me why. I literally I don't have the answer. Even if you ask me, I don't have the answer. I don't know why. I do not know why there is a sharpened edge along his ass. I honestly wish I knew. What about a day one patch was supposed to be today? Would then okay, yeah, patches and bug fixes. Yeah, 100%. I'll be releasing patches and bug fixes, no problem. I guess we can just mark this seam. Object has non-uniform scale. What? What do you mean it has ununiform scale? It literally does. You're lying to me. Blender. Unwrap failed to solve 1 of 19. Edge seams may need to be added. Don't fuck with me on oh, it's probably this one. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Object has non-uniform scale. Blah 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 blah. What the shit is this, man? That looks pretty good. That looks pretty. That doesn't look very good, but I honestly pass on. I don't understand your UVs. What do you mean? What was there not to understand? Actually, I don't know how to unwrap pants. How do you unwrap pants again? Character, pants, unwrap. How do you unwrap pants again? Where's the marked seam supposed to go? Where are those bad boys supposed to go? Where are the bad boys supposed to go? No, I think that's right. Seam along the center here. Yeah, it's correct. It's correct. It's very correct. Now, our boots, though. Our boots, not so much. Our boots, not so much. Our boots look a little fucked up. I don't know why. Oh, that would explain it. There's a seam along the back. They're done. The UVs. What's this though? Oh, it's the little thing. Yeah. All right, that's a good unwrap. That's a good unwrap. Put that fucker in. Put it on Wumbo. Yeah. Yeah. See, they did put the strap on the thing. See, they did actually do the geometry for that, which is what we did as well. We're on track, guys. We're on track. If anything, this just confirms to me that we were indeed correct. I'm making his pants a little bit more baggy. I hope that didn't fuck up the skinning. Spoiler alert. Probably did. Actually, because of how the boots are, we probably want to reskin the leg. But or just the shoes, we probably want to rebind. We're looking good. Yeah. Hold on. Logan, hold on. Your your messages are saying likely ban evader. Looking for some feedback about a plugin for your personal use. Do you think a plugin that allows simply for loop node for Blueprint but more optimized than the regular and 1.5 to 2.5 times more optimized offers real async and multi-thread options on one node? Looking for some feedback about a plugin for your personal use. Do you think a plugin that allows a for loop node more optimized than the regular one offering real async? I guess that'd be kind of cool as like a plugin, but I would throw that up on the marketplace, Logan. I'd throw that up on the marketplace. That could be a cool little marketplace plugin. I remember somebody telling me about a for loop that can run asynchronously. I swear I was in a Discord and they were talking about it and I completely forgot what it was called. It's like an async for loop. What was it called? UE4 async for loop. The only problem with an async for loop is that yeah, multi-threaded for loop. Yeah. Ah, parallel for. That's what it was called. Yeah, parallel for. It'd be cool to make just like parallel for, but exposed to Blueprint. I guess in that sense. I would just probably, I would say like, if you make a plugin, I would say just have documentation that explains how it works, the things you can and can't do with it. I know one thing with async is that you can't have information that relies on other elements while going through the for loop, because it's like, you know, it's asynchronous, right? So one could happen before, 4 could happen before 1 happens or whatever. So having some documentation on like what works and what doesn't work, I think would be a good idea when you make the plugin. So I just have like a breakdown of how it functions, what it can and can't do. I think that'd be good. All right, so I think this is all UV unwrapped. Oh, it's packet. We did not pack it. We probably don't need the margin to be too big because I think we're going to give this a pretty high resolution. you want to improve the packing result, consider enabling heuristic search. What? Fuck is heuristic search? Huh? Yeah, well, I guess this is probably the best we can get. What kind of sucks though is we have some wasted UV space, which then begs the question, maybe we can apply the boots then and not have it mirrored. Because there's some space up here and like that's our boot. We could easily just apply the mirror modifier on that. So now we have 2 boots and then we can pack it. Probably as best as we'll get there. Send over a copy once I have it finished. Should be done within a few hours. I probably won't run it just because of security issues, but I would definitely run it through the marketplace. If anything, send me your documentation. I'm down to check out the documentation, and I can let you know what I would maybe change if it's not like readable or whatever. That I can probably review. If you have like screenshots of like you said, the drop down menu and stuff. Does Fab offer some deals like $0? I think you can set up some stuff to be free. I don't know what the application process is for that. I don't know. I just know plugins is a bit of a bitch because it's like code involved. Does that make the textile density the same on the UVs? The textile density is the same throughout all of this. Because when I pack it, it scales it as well. Okie dokie. All right, hold on. Let me export this for texturing. It's texturing time. Hold on, let me look at my Slack because I gotta fucking probably do more work after this. Okay, opening up Substance Painter. Would you prefer to work on a futuristic setting game or a middle-age fantasy game? Futuristic setting or a middle-age fantasy game? I don't know. I don't really know. I think either is fine. Like, I like futuristic. I like fantasy as well, though, because fantasy, I usually like to, if I go fantasy, I usually like to go like unrealistic fantasy, not like medieval, but fantasy with like magic and stuff like that. Because then you have like way more, I feel like you have a lot more creative flexibility. I like futuristic as well, like kind of Star Wars-esque vibe and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I like both. I like both. I like both. I wouldn't do both in the same game. I've seen some games where they're like, it's this and also this. And I'm like, I probably wouldn't do that because that's just way too much fucking work. And also probably not worth the hassle. Maybe you can make a certain person's fantasy. Ah, yes. Crimson's fantasy. Ah, yes. The Crimson's fantasy. I think... Let me just open a file. I'm probably going to have to like make a whole new thing, but I just want to bring in some of the shit we have here. Hold on. Save as. Okay, so now from here, I don't need skin. I don't need opacity. This I want to keep. This is the one thing I want to keep. This, I don't know what it is. It's not doing anything. Button details, belt. Creases, we'll keep. Socks, I don't think we don't have socks on this character. Shoes, we have. Pants, we have. Suit, we don't have. We'll probably change that. Buttons, I don't know why this is all its own thing and not in a layer. Probably change that as well. I honestly just need these two layers here. I got a bunch of fucking wrong material IDs. Well, here we go. Yeah, it sounds cool on paper, Logan. Honestly, I would just want to see it in action. I think just want to see like a video of it and how it functions, etc., etc. I'm not a very heavy technical person, so seeing how it works and how I can use it as artist and designer and whatnot is always the nicer way for me. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Re-import mesh. We still have a... Oh, that little tiny fucking strap. Wrong place again. Re-import. There we go. Now we should just have this bad boy right here. Oh, yeah. What's so annoying is like when you do this shit, it like... You get ghost materials and like they're just there now. So let's keep edge layer and AO fill. We can keep the creases because maybe we might need those layers. The shoes. What kind of shoes we doing? Kind of different style, but like maybe we could just keep it there. Suit we can delete. Pants we'll probably delete. We'll just start fresh on this shit, I think. Dress shirt, delete dress shirt. Creases we'll keep. And then let's rebake the this. Let's do 2048 because there's a lot more detail in here. Makes a game solo. 2 says he's not a technical person. Refuses to elaborate. Leaves the chat. I'm not a technical person. I'm not. I'm really not. Like when you see some of the shit some people are able to do, I can't fucking do any of that. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. I'm gonna delete this paint layer. Yeah, see, that we'll probably want to clean up and fix. Oh, wow, wow. Yeah, I'm really not like. Oh, dude. What the hell was that? That was my stomach, dude. What the hell? Did you guys hear that? That was my fucking stomach. What the hell is these shoes? It's like it's trying its best to fill in the fucking past details onto it, which is so funny because you can still see the laces and everything. It's dress boots. We call them dress boots. You know what? They got some style, but it's not what we want. They got some style though, I will admit. The bottom rubber is very close to what I kind of want, but not exactly it either. Are we gonna put shoelaces on this? I think we are. It's just not gonna look like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and disable some of this stuff. Do the mask for that because I do like that material. Shoe holes, we'll go ahead and clear the mask for that. Shoelaces, we'll go ahead and clear the mask for that. Can you copy and paste those laces up the boot to the top? For this, I think we're going to do X shape or like an X kind of thing. So either way, we're probably going to have to remake it anyways, but we are going to probably paint it all the way up to the top. I don't know if I'll be able to be one-to-one with the look of these boots, but we'll try our best to make it look good enough. I'll leave that there as is for now. Okay. Let's get a beginning for the sweater. I might actually hide the shoes just so I don't get distracted by them. Okay, that's probably fine. Okay. So let's see here. We're gonna want, I don't fucking know, dude. Some sort of fabric. Let's start with fabric as a base. Okay, just freeze. Cinema. Fucking great. Thank you. 2025 Substance Painter, by the way. Okay. Fucking fantastic, dude. Honestly, that's not a half bad start. Fabric composite reinforced used. Okay. Fabric baseball hat. Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Promise much, but are there any aspects of the engine you'd love to see a performance improvement on rather than that's rendering low level? Performance improvement. I can't really think on performance improvements. The biggest ones for me are UX improvements. Creating tools in Unreal is kind of ass. Like trying to come up with like new gizmos and whatnot can be a bit of a pain in the ass. And what ends up happening a lot of the time that people end up just kind of using what's already there, like splines and whatnot, which I think is kind of like shit, kind of annoying. Having to just utilize the like the gizmos that are there in Unreal. Yeah, slate in general and whatnot. It's kind of just ass. So it would be cool if there was like a really designer friendly way of creating new gizmos and whatnot. I think that'd be kind of sick. Okay, this is probably the closest we'd want to. The undershirt. Oh, I set the height to normal. Does this one have to be normal as well? There we go. That's what it was. Yeah, I'd say that'd be something that I think has a lot of room improvement. Not a fan of it either. Yeah, it kind of sucks balls. Tooling, more tooling. Not really for games. More just like creating tools, like nice level design tools and whatnot. I think there's so much improvement that could be made there. Have I seen the source code of Slate? I don't even want to fucking look at it, man. I'd rather not. But I do feel like that could be a sector for improvement. I could easily see someone making like a custom tooling kit that to like create editor UI. I could see that selling really well because I could see so many people wanting to get into that and use that in their like in their projects. I'd 100% see that. I could really see that like doing well. Like I look at websites like, or not websites. I look at engines like Frostbite and stuff like that, and seeing some of the, like the nice gizmos and tools they have. Like, oh, dude, it's nice for like environments and creating environments and just having cool, just cool clickable objects that designers can use rather than relying on what's in UE right now. That's not like the greatest thing in the world. It's kind of annoying. Like I always look at the Division engine. Like having little things like what the Division has would be pretty sweet. Like they have this stuff, but then they also have like, where was it? Being able to edit specific instance mesh walls, which we don't really have too much control over in Unreal. Being able to do that. I feel like you could, but it's like you gotta like really wrangle with it. I'm trying to find this one image. Can't find it. Yeah, I feel like Frostbite is a cool little reference. I can't find the one screenshot that I used to like look at. Oh well, whatever. SVG should have been a high priority feature. Don't they have SVGs in now? Or am I crazy? kind of like the blue he's got. Like a nice dark navy blue. Do I want the sweater to look exactly like that though? Like, do I want the height in there and everything? More hands-on UI experience with tooling that helps on all kinds of things, not just the engine editor. Yeah, I think like Gizmo tools that tool designers can attach to specific objects and then allow them to do like stuff with. I plan on doing some stuff like that. Like I do want to make some stuff like that. Some editor utility widgets and whatnot. I think would be really sweet for that. I think the thing I'm trying to like, when it comes to creating tools and gizmos and stuff, I think the thing I need to figure out is how to, it's just funny because when you think about it, the Unreal Engine gizmo, this gizmo right here is almost like, it's almost like an actor. It's like an actual in-world actor. So like wrapping my head around that, almost like we're in a game instance of its own, is kind of funny. I'm trying to like wrap my head how I can make my own tools as well. Yeah. Chaos. I really like the plasticky kind of, or not plastic, but like this part. It's kind of sick. He's thinking about future projects again. I'm always thinking about future projects. Don't get it twisted. I'm always thinking about the future. I'm always thinking about the next thing. If you're not thinking about the next thing, are you really a game developer? Like, you know what I mean? Think about it. Are you truly a game developer if you're not thinking about what the next big thing is going to be? Have you seen the upcoming changes to the UI for UE? I've seen the toolbar changes. I don't know if there's anything else that they're doing. Am I fond of the toolbar changes? Not really, but I think I can see why they're doing it. It's just, man, it's fucking annoying. Really annoying. Been a hot minute since a card game was the meta? What do you mean? Balatro literally just came. There's card games constantly coming. Card games are coming out like crazy, man. What do you mean? What are we doing today? A little bit of character design stuff. Character design stuffs. We're finishing this game. Yeah. I like thinking about the next game. It's what keeps me alive. What keeps me going. So this is sweater, and then I want to see what the canvas fabric looks like on the pants. What kind of fucking material is this, man? I feel like it doesn't have any like patterns on it. It's got no fucking patterns. I feel like it just doesn't have fibers. But it has this pattern. I do like that pattern. That's kind of sick. Let's do purplish color. If I would have had a game in this state like you, I'd be proud of my baby. I don't know. I'm just kind of... I hate everything I work on, so... anytime I can get a message or post, I'm not sure why Twitch doesn't allow me to create the account 10 minutes. I have no clue, Logan. I have no idea. There you go. I feel like this actually has a bit of like a gloss sheen to it almost. When did I hit early access?
4 years ago.
Yeah, you know, 4 years ago. It's been a while. It's been a long while. We've been here for a while. We've been here for a hot minute. Yeah. I'm actually going to deselect the straps. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out. You know what? Let's not do that. I'm just gonna select them on top and then put straps on. Game's been in early access for 4 years. That's crazy. Yeah. Am I full-time working on the game? No. I got contract work as well that I work on. Do have some contract work that I also do. There's gonna be a lot of Substance Painter details going into this. Where's my shoes? Coding or 3D art or something else? For contract work, it's a bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I do a little bit of everything. Let's see, fabric. Might have to make this myself. I might have to make this detail myself. I don't even know what kind of material this would be. What would you call this? It wouldn't be a fabric. It'd be like a... I don't think I have a material for it. I wish I did, but... Not plastic. I think we're gonna want to probably... make my own material. You also do acting in movies, right? Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, yeah. I was in Star Wars. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. That's me. I was in Star Wars. That's me. That's me. Yep. Pants. 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 Strips. Pants. Straps. Pants straps. Pants straps. Okay, now I gotta start selecting this shit myself. I wish you could do like a loop, like... Uh-oh. It would appear I am doing symmetry. There's probably like a flood fill polygon select. Honestly, I probably, like looking at it, I probably should have made this a different UV. But fuck it, whatever, man. Whatever, man. Can't do a loop select? Not in Substance Painter. Or not that I know of, at least. Did you go see the Minecraft movie? I did not see Chicken Jockey. No, I did not. I did not see Chicken Jockey. No, I did not. Is the game on Steam? It is. It is. It's called Suit for Hire on Steam. Yeah. 4 years ago. It sounds good, Logan. Hell yeah, good luck. Looking forward to seeing it. I had no idea people still went to the movies. Oh, you know what happens. People do indeed still go to the movies once in a while. I don't know how I'm going to do the fucking... this clip, dude. I don't know how I'm going to do the clip. I think ultimately we're just not going to. Unless I can find a brush for it. If I can find a brush for it, then maybe. But large likelihood, no. Large likelihood, no. Let's see, a tile generator. We are going to want probably stripes. But let's see if maybe we can find something a little different. Oh, actually, there is a... where is it? There is a fabric, like fiber. There it is, fibers. Could use that. Now here's the thing that's gonna suck. Those actually match. Match. I think that's okay. You think Microsoft recouped the $2 billion for Minecraft yet? They doubled what they invest. Oh yeah, they definitely made some big money. I think they probably made some big money on that one. Dude, those clips are gonna suck. And I don't think they have. Is that what you're talking about? Stylization? Is this like a, what is this, a filter? What the hell does that, what is that for though? What does that do? Stylization. How do you use this filter? Whoa, what the hell? Hold on. All right, I'm back. I want to see this. Wood? Interesting. Skin. Flat shaded. Vibrant green. I guess hand painted is kind of cool. Hand painted and painterly is kind of cool. I don't know if I like it though. Maybe just for the diffuse. Just for the diffuse is kind of cool. Right? Diffuse, diffuse, whatever the fuck. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. I like the effect on stone and concrete a lot. I could see that. I could see that. I don't like how it takes over the roughness values. Like, I could see this being kind of cool, like a kind of cool effect. on top of what's there. Like it's kind of cool. Yeah, it looks a little bit like clay. Like that's why I don't really like the roughness value. If we just remove the roughness, like some of it's kind of cool. I feel like the hand painted one was kind of interesting. It's like adding in some hues and stuff, which is kind of interesting. Burnt lightning. What the? Shiny, sunny, vibrance, gemstones. I don't know what outlines is doing. I feel like outlines isn't really doing too much. Gradients is neat. I don't know. It's cool. It's cool though. Painterly I could see actually being pretty cool for the game, but we're so far in that I just don't want to fucking change the workflow too much now. It's cool though. It is the newest sports. It is the newest. PBR validation? Interesting. PBR validate. There's also a pixelate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Kind of funny. I don't know what PBR validate is though. Oh. Whoa. Huh. Posterize? Interesting. Quantize? Ooh. Arr. I actually kind of dig that. That's kind of sick. And very fitting for our game's art style, actually, as well. But we do lose a lot of detail. We lose a lot of detail. It's cool, though. Is it quantizing all the layers? No, for that one, it was just base color. Okay, so what was I looking for? I forgot. Oh, I was trying to see if they maybe had a paint layer for... Anisotropic Kuwahara? Why does that sound so familiar? What was I looking for? I wanted to see if they had like painted clips. I think I'm in the wrong place. Brushes. Let's see here. Painted clips. We got any painted clips in here? I'm sure someone must have made one. You know what I mean? Someone must have made a thing for that. There has to be someone that has made something for that. It could save me so much time rather than like texturing it myself, making these little details. The clips. Shit. Would that even be called? A clip? I feel like it's a clip. Fastener? Let me check ArtStation. Maybe they have Marketplace, Substance, Painter, Brush. Substance painter fastener. See if I can maybe find one. Oh wait, wait. Oh wait, no, those are OBJs though. Ugh, I need I want to see if there's maybe somebody that made like a like a brush for it. I don't think so though. It's all ZBrush. Buckle maybe? Buckle. Substance painter buckle. Dude, what's with Epic Games and having the worst fucking search algorithms in existence? Like, it's so awful, man. Let's see here. Substance painter, buckle, brush. It all seems to be modeled buckles. Poop. Shit. Like, I wonder if, because it's got normals on it and everything. I swear I thought I saw one, but I think what it was. I can fly in my room, man. Wait for me, bro. I will kill you. Where'd you go? I think I ate it. Yeah. I don't know where it went. All right. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I could maybe make an alpha for it. I just wish there was a substance painter buckle clip. Snap buckle. That's what they call it. Snap buckle. Substance painter snap buckle. Is there really no like? It's just random models of snap buckles. That'd be a really good alpha to make. Actually, that'd be like a really good brush to create as a snap buckle. That'd be like huge. I'm trying to think here of what I could do then. Maybe we just make squares. And just say fuck it. Plastic squares. Yeah, this would probably have to be what we end up doing. Don't like it, but whatever. Okay, and then this we want to increase the height, but probably not too much. And then do something like that. Probably gonna want to straighten this. Doing this manually is gonna suck. You got a pulse? How's it going? And that's probably aligned with this one here. So. All right, it's a start. We are gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do the details on all of them, though. That's gonna suck. Having to recreate all the details everywhere. So one thing we want to do is probably create a little hole here. It wouldn't be a hole on both sides, actually. It'd be a hole on one side. Let me see, actually. A hole on one side, and then a complete cutout on the other side. Something like that, probably. Where I mean like an alpha could do some fucking wonders here. We'd save so much time. I'm gonna have to do this manually everywhere. One thing that's cool here is that that technically sticks out. So we can copy the strap, stick out strap. And we can like place a little bit of it here. Oh, I've been painting in the wrong spot. Wait. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Whoops. Man, having to do these details manually kind of fucking blows, man. Am I gonna be doing some creases and stuff? Yeah, I will be. I have some of the like the material setups already there. I just have to make them match this specific mesh. Honestly, like it's not horrible. Like technically the thing with the straps is we actually want these to be like that here. That way underneath it should be the regular pants. I don't know if that'll be noticeable, but Yeah, it probably won't be noticeable. I think what the last detail we could add probably is the clip little clip parts. We could figure out how we could potentially go about doing that. I'm thinking in the buckle we could do a height decrease with a circular shape. Ain't perfect, but it'll do. It'll just have to do. Can the player even see that close? In just in this menu. But I think this is probably more than enough. We just have one more spot we need to put it on. We're probably gonna want a different color for these straps too, honestly. Everything being black is just too boring. I like the kind of greenish tint that we have here. I think it'll make it pop. Greenish bluish tint. Make it pop a lot. Make it pop a lot. Okay, so let's see. What did I do here? And then we have the hole here. And then we got the stick out strap right here. And then we got the pant straps. We need to... Actually, I don't know how we're going to do this one. I think we're just going to leave that out as is. Should be a game dev or something? Yeah, man, I should. Actually, so true. Close enough. It's not... it ain't perfect, but it gets the job done. It gets the job done. I do like that detail. You see that detail where it almost looks like a fastener? And then let's change the stroke opacity. Sure, why not? Adds a bit of character to it, I guess. Let's change the colors of these a little bit. I like the idea of adding a little bit of blue to them. Sick. Okay. We're gonna have to do the belt. We're gonna have to do the belt. Which ultimately, I think what we can do is just take the strap and duplicate it. Call it belt. And clear it. The idea is for this fill, for the fibers, we can do triplanar. How far up do we want this to be? Pretty far up. And also pretty wide. This is a pretty wide belt. Go ahead, do pant strap. This is just pants. All right, sick. We have a little bit of like a hardness issue there, but honestly, not a huge concern. And we probably want the height of this to be way more bumped out. You know, way more bumped out. Hell, it even seems like it's a little bit more wide, but should be fine. And then we're gonna want these, but we'll do that later. Actually, maybe we'll do that now. But that looks pretty good. Like that doesn't look half bad. I think what might have been a good idea is if I actually like put that edge a little bit closer up. But not horrible. Passable. It'll pass. Jeez, man, there's gonna be so much fucking work, so much manual work to do on this, dude. So much manual work we're gonna have to do on this, man. Let's just slap a random fucking fabric on these parts. I think we're gonna do fabric canvas again. It's funny how this denim washed out has this like, you guys see that? It has a modifier for stitches. Auto stitching? Dude, that's so sick. Wait, hold on. That's kind of badass. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's not 100% accurate, as you can see. There's some parts that don't make too much sense, but that's kind of sick. And like we could put that on the pouch and the other thing. We just have to redesign this. So this would have to be like this kind of color. And let's change this color to be like black. What are those blues? Oh, edges frayed. Honestly, probably don't need it. The stitches seem so funny to me. I want to see if this would look good. I don't know if it will, but wait, why is that selecting? It's almost like I'm doing a it's interesting, but it's not like the stitches don't look very good. I could probably do a better job myself, to be honest. So maybe we'll just keep it, just because I'm okay with the material, but it's by no means like the best thing in the world. So these will be pouches. Cool. Got those straps in. Maybe we want to create another belt. Maybe ooh, you know what? On the belt, maybe we also get, we reuse the buckle. I don't see why not. And let's make it like off center. I think that could be kind of cool. Okay, I might have to do a different belt. Belt buckle with an E. With an E. Okay. I like that. I like it being kind of off-centered. I think that's kind of sick. And then we could put like a little thing here. Little fastener. And then, of course, we got to get the little clips in. And then we got to get the whole part right here. And then this part right here. And then where's the belt? Where did I put the belt? Right here. What is height out strap, stick out strap? I don't know which one that's supposed to be. Surely, I guess that. Sure, why not? Cool. And then we're gonna want to put in these parts, which is like basically taking the pants, belt, slots, I guess. I don't know what to call this. Do the mask. And then we're going to want to do something like that. And I'm thinking this will probably be mirrored. So here's how we're going to do that. We're going to do base, increase the height of it. I think we should, you know what? Square. I just need a square. Anybody? We got a square in here. Square, rectangle. There we go. Increase the height of this even more. For some reason, not really what I'd like. I wouldn't mind it like, hey, what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll do nice big thick versions. And then I think we'll like fade it out. I think that's what we'll probably do. Song is from the Coke Carnage channel intro. No, you got it all wrong. Coke Carnage uses this song. It's a banger on its own. Close enough, whatever. I wish I could emulate ambient occlusion. That would be so sick. Like, we'd have so much more detail in here rather than just like height information. Just for some reason, the height here is different than the height over there. You guys see that? It's like way brighter. Why is it way brighter here? Oh, we got folds in here. Well, that would explain it. Yeah, you're kind of doing a pretty hard rig for a first time Dark Side, doing a mech. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one you're doing there. That is 100% like a tough first thing to rig. You know, what I should start doing is we should export this so far and see what it looks like in game. That way we can kind of get like a rough estimation of how this is looking in game. I honestly think that might be a good idea. Probably do that. So let's go on ahead and we'll bring back in the hands, bring back the rig, and we're going to start exporting. So this is upper 5. And then this is going to be this will be lower. I think lower 5 as well. Okay. And then let's get a rough representation of what this looks like, because then I'll have a better picture. So we got upper 5. Go ahead and grab this, grab that, import, recompute normals, no, do this, get the lower body up in here. I don't know why that's creating additional files. That's weird. Do that. Recompute normals, no. I would assume it's using weighted normals. Okay, we'll find out. Well, I gotta check some stuff. All right. And then last but not least, we need to import the textures. And then we need to set it up in the data table so I can see it in game. Textures, let's go here. Okay. Twitch did music this all this time. It's not fair. Yeah, I can't do music. On YouTube side, because it will get instantly shot and killed on the spot. Instantly shot and killed. YouTube no baka. Yeah, exactly. Lower options and then upper options. Upper 5. Okay. Let's see how this looks so far. If those details that we're putting in. Oh, wait, I forgot to apply the material. Whoops. Whoops. Character head. There we go. Ooh, I think the lower body is going to look pretty sick. Once we put some folds in there, I think that'll look really sick. Oh, yeah. That's coming along. That's coming along real well. I don't know if I like the upper body, though. But, like, dude, look at that. Like, it works really well with the other things. Uh-oh. Well, oh. Pouches. The back pouch is, yeah, whatever. But it looks cool with this one. Now we got 2 holsters. We have 2 holsters for 2 guns. This doesn't look bad, but it's got a bit too much purple in it. But doesn't look bad. The the plastic clips, I forgot, I already forgot what they're called. They look pretty solid, man. They look pretty solid. I think this turned out pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think we could maybe add a little bit of detail on the back here. You know what I mean? I think a little bit of detail there could look kind of nice. It's a little empty. Like, I think we could put some pockets stuff in the back here. I think that could look kind of sick. But all things considered, it's looking pretty cool, and it meshes pretty well with the other clothing, besides the fact that you can see the pouch clipping through the back of the suit. But whatever, that's artistic choice, okay? Artistic choice, all right? But that's looking pretty badass. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Yeah, the boots are gonna look badass too once we put detail on those. Oh. Nice. And it looks nice and cargo-y as well. Cargo-y. Cargo-y. Yeah, sure. It looks nice and cargo. We maybe could have made it a little bit more thick. Like, we probably could have made it more thick to really make it feel even more loose. Like, especially in the back here. But I got no complaints. I'm happy with that so far. So far, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I'm gonna go though. You got a pretty good start on this. Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm gonna figure out some food. So I'll see you guys Monday, probably. Or tomorrow? Probably Monday. Probably Monday. But it's looking pretty cool. You guys see how much you can do just by doing Substance Painter. Now, of course, it does require us to do more shit, but it's fun. It's kind of cool. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool. These are going to be interesting, making the details for these bad boys over here. The pouches and shit. That's going to be an interesting challenge. Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you guys probably on Monday. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chatting, sticking around. Some good progress today, I think, on this bad boy. The boots are going to have a lot of details that we need to put in. Getting there, though. All right. Goodbye. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend and happy Easter, I think, or something. Yeah. Goodbye. See you later.